Philippe Cornet a rencontré Paul Weller, le British soul singer des Style Council.
Another British magazine called Blitz.
They're all rubbish, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
You think? Why? Because they're
just pretentious crap, really. I don't know. It's
Don't you think that fashion is always a bit pretentious?
yeah, it is.
There's an article about Belgian fashion in it. Do you know anything about Belgian fashion?
No, I don't. Is this it? Is this Belgian fashion?
Yes, it is. It's from Antwerp.
I haven't seen many Belgian people wearing shoes on their head, so I can't say.
Summer.
It's a summer look.
Yes, you look.
Very interesting.
You told me that your favorite fashion is Italian.
Yeah, well, I like a mixture of things. I like a lot of Italian stuff.
That's a very English-looking
Yeah, this is quite English.
suit.
Quite eclectic, I suppose, because I like some English-looking things and some American Ivy League-looking stuff. So, I suppose a mixture of things, really.
So there is a southern part in your character, in your personality, from Italy, I mean, the south of Europe? Or do you feel-
Spiritually, there is, yeah. I think it's probably more to do with the sunshine than anything else.
Okay, in the very same magazine there is another very interesting article about
Sleeves.
yes, underwear and stuff like that. Could you tell us about your underwear?
Well, I'm a bit of a conventionalist in terms of underwear, really. I'm sort of pretty straightforward. Marks and Sparks, Marks and Spencers, you know. I don't go in for the G-string look, really. The posing pouches.
Okay, do you think it's too dangerous or too...
It doesn't appeal to me, really. Doesn't seem supportive enough.
Okay, I see. So another book is Bob Geldof, it's the same as in English.
Yeah.
And like him, you were involved in Live Aid. Let's talk about your political involvement, about the African problems, and why did you decide to take part of this big event?
In what? Take part in what? Sorry.
Live Aid.
In Live Aid?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I disagree with some things about Live Aid. The fact that they left all the politics out of the whole thing. But I think Geldof looked at it from a more realistic and more pragmatic aspects, and that is that, you know, the main thing was to raise money, regardless of politics or the causes of why there's famine in the third world. And it's a bit hard to argue with that, really, because I think he's right. You know, the crisis was that millions of people were starving, or thousands of people were starving, and that what was the quickest way to raise money. So on that, I agree with him. It just sickens me the way that the world governments get away with it, especially the Western governments. But I don't know, what else can you do? I think he was right to do that. You know, I think that was the main thing was to raise money in a short time, and he done that.
Okay, this is Michael Jackson. It's not about soul music, but about paranoia in rock and roll, rock music. Do you feel close to him, or?
No, I don't really know. It must be quite hard for him, because ever since the age of, 9 or 10 or something like that, he's been a massive star, and probably surrounded by all the sycophants, you know, you could ever hope to gather in one space. So I feel sorry for him, really, because he probably hasn't ever led a normal life, or an abnormal life, whichever way you look at it. But it must be very difficult for him, really.
Do you feel more relaxed now than, let's say, 5 or 10 years ago?
Yeah, but I think that's age. Some of that's age as well, the older
How
you
old
get.
are you? 28? 29?
Yeah, 28. 29 this year.
Paul Weller, interviewé par Philippe Cornet.